In the heart of the ancient Edo kingdom, in the beautiful and powerful Urumi kingdom, lived an extraordinary warrior king named King Osai. King Osai was not only a master of the battlefield, but also a custodian of the kingdom's traditions and the embodiment of its resilience. King Osai, whose exploits were legendary, had carved his name into the annals of Edo history. His martial prowess was matched only by his benevolence, as he governed Urumi Kingdom with a judicious blend of strength and compassion. King Osai shared a profound connection with his wife, Queen Esonhe, a bond that echoed through the corridors of the palace. Despite her inability to give him a child after 5 years of marriage, he still loved her and refused to take a second wife. One day, Queen Esonhe fell very ill and the village physician was sent for. After examining her, he discovered that she was pregnant and quickly shared the news with the king. The king was so happy that he called for a feast where he invited the whole Urumi kingdom. After 9 months, the queen went into labor. Adesuwa's birth was no ordinary occurrence. It was a celestial alignment, an affirmation of destiny woven into the tapestry of the kingdom's history. The royal chambers echoed with the jubilant songs of courtiers and the rhythmic beats of ceremonial drums, heralding the dawn of a new era for Urumi Kingdom. Tragically, the queen met her untimely end a few days after Adesua was born due to some complications, leaving a void not only in the king's heart but the entire Urumi Kingdom, because Queen Esonhe was greatly loved by the people. Despite his grief, King Osai channeled his strength to honor Queen Esonhe's memory while continuing to rule with the wisdom and compassion that defined their union. As Princess Adesua grew, so did the bond between father and daughter. From a young age, Princess Adesua found herself immersed in the tales of her father's heroic exploits. Enchanted by his courage and leadership, she aspired to emulate his strength and virtues. As a young girl, Princess Adesua showed unmatched prowess in the act of warfare, her spirit bound with a fierce determination to protect the land she loved. King Osai, recognizing the spark of leadership, nurtured her potentials with a blend of stern discipline and unwavering support. He trained her to master the use of swords. Under his guidance, Adesua honed her skills in the art of war. One day, elders from a friendly neighboring village approached King Osai, seeking assistance against impending intruders. Recognizing the long-standing bonds of friendship and mutual respect between their realms, the elders conveyed the urgency of their plea, highlighting the imminent threats that loomed over their community. King Osai, known for his wisdom and benevolence, listened attentively to the elders' concerns. Understanding the gravity of the situation and guided by a sense of responsibility to uphold regional stability, he mobilized his kingdom's army, led by his daughter, Princess Adesua. So Adesua left the next day with the kingdom's finest soldiers. One fateful day, while Adesua was away, the tranquility of Urumi Kingdom was shattered when a neighboring realm, consumed by greed and envy, launched a sudden and brutal assault. The invaders, driven by malicious intent, swept through the peaceful Urumi Kingdom, leaving destruction in their wake. Unfortunately, during this onslaught, Adesuwa's father valiantly defended their land but fell victim to the enemy's aggression. A brave young woman managed to escape and ran straight to the village where Adesua was and told her everything. Devastated by the news of her father's demise, Adesua returned to a kingdom plunged into chaos. The once serene Urumi kingdom now echoed with cries of the wounded and the anguish of those who had lost loved ones. The invaders' pillaging had not only stolen the life of a revered leader, but also cast a shadow over the very essence of the Urumi kingdom. In the face of this tragedy, Queen Adesua found herself thrust into a role she had been preparing for but hoped never to assume. She became the defender of her people and the torchbearer of her father's legacy. Determined to avenge her father's death and defend her homeland, Queen Adesua rallied the soldiers and devised a strategic plan to confront the invaders who had mercilessly attacked her people. With the memories of her father's teaching echoing in her mind, Queen Adesua led her troops with a potent mix of strategy and raw determination. Engaging the enemy at night, she showcased her prowess in swordsmanship, demonstrating the skills honed under her father's guidance. The battle unfolded in a symphony of clashes and shouts, with Queen Adesua at the forefront, embodying the legacy of her fallen father. Despite the emotional turmoil, Queen Adesua galvanized her troops, turning the tide of conflict. The ferocity with which she fought mirrored the pain and loss she had endured, transforming her into a formidable force on the battlefield. As the clash reached its climax, Queen Adesuwa's resilience and strategic brilliance prevailed, securing a hard-fought victory against those who sought to destroy her land and claiming her father's life. The triumph, however, came at a heavy cost, leaving Queen Adesua with both the scars of war and the enduring memory of her father's sacrifice. She returned home not only with the remnants of her own forces, but also with her people who had been captured by the enemies during conflicts. The joyous homecoming marked a poignant moment of resilience and unity as the reunited community celebrated the restoration of peace. Queen Adesua had not only vanquished the invaders and reclaimed the captured, but also expanded the Urumi kingdom as she completely wiped out every threat, and the ones that surrendered were taken as slaves. Under Queen Adesuwa's leadership, the great Urumi kingdom and her people prospered greatly. The end.